Our problems begin and end
on Parliament Road.
Parliament Road.
Yes.
And there's somebody who, one of these three people is going to be in Parliament soon. That is Leonard Muriuki, who is the UDA candidate, or Newton Karish, who is the DP candidate, or Daniel Mbowe, who is the CCK candidate in Mbeere North, which is going to have a by-election soon to send somebody to Parliament. We are going to have that conversation with Bosco Kiura, who is a political analyst and governance expert. Bosco, good morning.
Good morning to you, Eric and Asante sana.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Umetoka Embu asubuhi ama ulitoka jana?
Huwa na tunaenda nyumbani, lakini mostly tuko hapa kwa biashara hapa Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I like people who understand hapa ni mali pa biashara. Not much else.
Sure. But nimetumwa na salamu na watu wa Embu na alikuwa nitume na Muguka, nikasema sitakuja nayo hapa leo. Kwa sababu sijui kama mnatumia ama mtumii.
Hata kama tutumii tunaweza uza.
Ikue pesa.
Biashara ni
biashara.
Tunaweza convert. You bring.
Yes. Watu wa Mbeere North pale wanalima Muguka. You remember there was an issue the other day?
Yes.
When Meru and the Mbeere.
Because first of all, in Meru and Embu having a conflict about, Mira versus Muguka.
That is Meru and Embu. Now, recently they had another problem with Merus and the Embus in Siakago, in Mbeere North. There was some little fight there. Now the market has been moved to another place called Ogweri. Ogweri, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I saw an interesting article on Bloomberg. Let me see the title so I don't misquote it. A traditional narcotic gets new life as energy drink in Kenya. Jabba juice.
And it's actually gaining a lot of traction.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, traditional and narcotic. I've never had those two put together. It was so sensational, but it's something to look into. Before we start the conversation, Bosco, we have a quote for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Jano usually shares the quote. She's not with us today, but she'll be back tomorrow, and she left us, of course, with the quote.
Okay.
Akatuambia, if you don't understand yourself, you will not understand your politics. If you don't understand yourself, you will not understand your politics. It was said by Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, at the University of Dar es Salaam's inaugural lecture in 1962, the very first one. Yes, that's what he told the students. If you don't understand yourself, you will not understand your politics.
Wow, an interesting one. So, in my thinking, if you don't understand yourself, you don't understand your politics. To me, it means politics is a way of life, and every day in our life there's politics. In an organization like this one, in a church, in a family, everything you do is about politics. So you need to know how you maneuver those politics in day-to-day life. So if you don't do that, they will affect your life at the end of the day.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think people who try to... the beauty of the last 3 years, as hard as they have been, is that I don't think there's any Kenyan who now operates in this bubble where, maybe it is a politics, as Kwangi Zangu, they don't affect me. I don't deal with politics. I don't think there's any Kenyan who's still living in that bubble. If there is, maybe Wawili Watatu. That's
people are more knowledgeable, I agree.
Yes.
Totally.
About everything that's happening around them.
Yeah, sure.
I wonder whether people internalize politics or broaden the interpretation of politics beyond the negative aspects of national politics. Tukisema siasa na wanasiasa, you think about just the politicians, MPs, governors, presidents fighting. Like you've just said, it's about your daily life. Even at family level, there's politics.
Sure.
In the workplace, there's politics.
Yes.
Everything, it's politics. You've got to know how to maneuver your relations with other people.
To give an example, you could be in an organization, there's someone you don't like, but that person is so critical that you need maybe a signature or something. You have to be good, nice to him, cosmetic and all that to maneuver the politics. Just to give an example.
Chief, leo unakaa vizuri.
And he looks the opposite.
Especially they use the right words. Chief, madam.
Just to appease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just to say, before we start, I want to thank you very much, Eric and Mariam, for the things you're doing. Kenyans are happy. I want to give you feedback as a person, as a consumer of this. We are happy the way you're doing it. No one else can do it better than this. And our country has to be fixed somehow. You remember Professor Wangari Maathai? She talked about the hummingbird. Just do as the hummingbird, the little way you can. People are appreciating that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a good politician.
Ameanza na kutupaka kama futa. Thank you.
But I may not even be a politician.
Yeah.
But thank you
We
very
really
much.
do appreciate
We
it.
take that.
Welcome.
So there's Mbeere North.
Yeah.
Some people who don't know where Mbeere North is,
Yeah.
please paint a picture. Take us from Nairobi to Mbeere North.
Very well. Interesting, because actually, Mbeere North is in Embu County. Embu County has 4 sub-counties, and in the history of Embu County, there were 3 sub-counties initially. There was Runyenje sub-county, which still remains as a sub-county today. There was Gashoka, there was Runyenjes and then Embu. Embu now was later subdivided into Manyata and Gashoka, the Lower Mbeere. If you have heard of Jeremiah Nyaga,
yes.
Jeremiah Nyaga in the 1963, and back then, he is the one who started, he was ruling the Lower Mbeere, especially Gashoka. And now later on, now we have, when 2010 Constitution came into place, we got the 4 sub-counties that we have now: Manyata, Runyenjes, Mbeere South, and Mbeere North. For clarity, Mbeere North was previously called Siakago. And Gashoka, the Mbeere South was now, Mbeere South now is what was called Gashoka.
Okay.
Just to put into perspective, this constituency, Mbeere North, has around 55,000 voters. And in 1988, they got their first member of parliament, who was called Sylvester Mate, who was elected under Kanu. And I want to say this constituency is very unique. They are not respecter of political parties. I will show you, I will demonstrate to you how.
Okay.
Because, like Sylvester Mate in 1988 was elected under Kanu. Later on in 1992, that was during Kanu era.
It was the only party.
The only party. Chama ya baba.
So if you're elected, you're under Kanu.
Yes, chama ya baba na mama. That's ruling us even to date. So 1992, we had a member of parliament called Gerard Ndwiga, who was elected under KNC or something, but later turned to Kanu still. Now in 1997, we had another member of parliament who was called Ita. He was called Honorable Cyrus Ita. He later died in 1999. And that's when there became a by-election. Ita was also elected under Democratic Party. And that was against the wave of Kanu. Can you imagine Democratic Party who was being pushed by Kamodho and Kibaki against Kanu? And he won. So against Kanu, that was 1997. He later died in 1999. There was a by-election. J.B. Muturi, the AG, former AG, he got the by-election. Later on, he also got a seat in under Kanu still. In 1999, he got under Kanu, and also in 2002, he got under Kanu.
In 99 by-election.
Yes, and also 2002 against the wave of NAK.
That was NAK.
Yeah, Mwenge, you remember? Yeah. So that was
in
just
2002.
Yes,
J.B. Muturi won that seat for Siakago.
Yes,
under Kanu.
Yeah, against the NAK wave.
Yes.
And also in 2007, another interesting candidate came in, Lenny Kivuti, under Safina. You know.
In 2007,
during the post-election,
a
PNU wave. You know.
Safina.
Yes.
Safina is a party I've heard, lakini I've not heard in a long time.
Yes, associated with Mwite.
Okay.
So in 2013, another candidate, very interesting, Njagagwa, Muriuki Njagagwa, and he came under APK. That time, APK was called Mbas. Now rebranded also baadaye as another bus, but APK was also bus, which was against the wave of TNA.
Yes.
You know, and that was Njagagwa in 2013. In 2017, Njagagwa still won, but now it was easier with Jubilee.
Okay.
In 2022, a very interesting scenario also. DP, Democratic Party, against what? UDA. You see, this that I said, this constituency.
They look for which party is everybody else talking about?
That's we're going the other
They go the other direction. But I'll give you the dynamics now.
Yeah.
Why? There's something very critical about this sub-county. Clanism. If you don't understand clanism in Mbeere North, you're out.
What do you mean clanism?
Let me give you the analysis. Mbeere, the entire Mbeere,
Mbeere is a tribe, isn't it?
Mbeere is a sub-tribe.
It's a sub-tribe of the Embu.
But nowadays they don't they want to be called Mbeere. In fact, they would also think to have
so
a
let's
county.
just say Mbeere is a tribe.
Mbeere is a tribe.
Yes.
Respect them and to call them Mbeere. They have now Mbeere South and Mbeere North. The tribes are like this. There's a tribe called, in Mbeere North, there's a tribe called Dhagana. Dhagana is a river which was called the Tana River. Sagana River, the Tana River. So there's a tribe called Dhagana in Mbeere North. But the same tribe in Mbeere South is called Moruri.
Same.
But on a different name in Mbeere South.
Hey, how did they have a different name?
Let me give you another now.
Okay.
In Mbeere North, there's another tribe also called Irumbe. But when you go to Mbeere South, it's called Ndamata. So if you don't understand these politics, and I'll tell you, the people who are at an advanced stage, like JB, Lenny and all that, they know how to maneuver that very well. Because they have used it to their advantage
They
previously.
know how to play that politics.
Exactly. And people like Jeremiah Nyaga used to do that very well. In politics, it's very interesting that sometimes you have to divide people and take advantage of the division and win the votes. We have seen this tribe and thing being applied even by people like Gachagua. He's taken advantage of the mountain and the Kikuyus and all that. Anyway, away from that. So what I wanted to say with this is if
So
you
which are
look
the dominant,
Clans.
let's call them clans in
Clans.
Mbeere North.
in Mbeere North, in the entire Mbeere, there are 39 sub-tribes. Now mix
The
complicated.
Mbeere are not just Mbeere. There are 39
Yeah.
sub-Mbeeres.
Yes, and you trend carefully there. You don't just go and say, I want to buy. You'll ask you guy, where is your mother? Where did you come from? You'll be analyzed very fast. And if they realize you have no roots there, you have trouble.
Okay.
So that is what's happening. So, like, to give you an example of 2022, Mbeere had a difficult time. She got, out of the 55,000 votes in Mbeere North, guess how much she got? Only 6,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Because she had a challenge of maneuvering the clanism. I'll tell you something. I was among the first people who helped Wambora. I was an advisor for Wambora in the first time in 2013. I'd just come from Europe, in the European Parliament. I'll tell you this. Wambora, the reason he was able to maneuver that county and even ruled even for 10 years, he was able to know how to maneuver which sub-tribe, and then, so how he used to do it, he would put a CEC and a chief officer, one from this sub-tribe and the other. So he used to manage
So you have to balance the local
So
politics.
Yes.
all 39 would be represented.
Not necessarily all the 39, but at least the major ones. He will make sure they are in his government. So when this one makes noise, they find, if you are CEC making noise, then you find you have
Your chief officer.
chief officer, more or less. So that's how the constituency is, and these are the challenges we're having with the clanism. However, when you look at these candidates, just to analyze the candidates, the three of them, as you have said, we have we have a group of young leaders who are coming up, being appreciated. We have people like Honorable Ruku, who have shown as a young man, as a young person, he tries to, when he was a MP, he has tried to share bursary equitably and all those kind of things. So there's a wave that has come of young people, because Mbowe is not very old, and also Leo is not very old. Karish could be at an advanced stage and all that. I've no issue, I've no personal issue.
Karish is older than
all of them.
Okay.
Than Daniel Mbowe and Leonard Muriuki.
Yeah.
We'll come into that. I want to get into how this then plays out nationally, because at the national stage, it's becoming one of those, it's shaping up to be one of those battles that's being fought for national politics dominance.
Correct.
The immediate former MP, Geoffrey Roko, like you've told us, was elected on a Democratic Party ticket.
Yes.
Democratic Party leader is former Attorney General Justin Muturi.
Yes.
So Mbowe basically just came and replaced Muturi in government.
No, not Mbowe, Roko.
Roko. Roko just came and replaced JB in government.
Yes.
But JB has left government and gone to the opposition.
Exactly.
And so DP now is fronting another candidate, but this time as an opposition outfit.
Yes.
Whereas in the last time they fronted a candidate as part of Kenya Kwanza.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Unona.
It's a game. Because DP in 2022 was part of Kenya Kwanza.
Yes.
DP in 2025 is part of the United Opposition.
Yes.
So DP now decides to front a candidate.
Yeah.
Tell us how DP and the other parties in the opposition came to agree on a candidate and call it a joint candidate?
They have not yet agreed. I'll prove to you this way.
What do you mean?
Because
there's a problem. CCK.
Yeah.
Let me show you this. When you look at the candidates, Mbeere, for example, Mbeere comes from a ward called Evurori. Evurori has the highest...
Let me give listeners and viewers context, because if you're not familiar with Mbeere North politics,
you'll
it can
get lost.
very confusing.
Yes.
So Daniel Mbeere
Yes.
is the CCK candidate.
Yes.
That is Chamacha
Kazi.
Then we have the candidate for DP, who
Yes.
is Karish Newton.
Newton Karish, yes.
Then we have the UDA candidate,
Yes.
who is Leonard Muriuki.
Yes.
So you were saying Mbeere?
I was explaining something. Let me first break down. Mbeere comes from a ward called Evurori. Leonard comes from a ward called Ndawa. And then Karish comes from a ward called Momenje. Momenje has got only 9,000 votes. Leonard comes from Ndawa, which has 18,000 votes. And Mbeere comes from the biggest ward, the second biggest ward in Embu County, both in terms of, actually it's the biggest in terms of mass, but in numbers it has 28,000 voters. Okay.
So it has the most...
It's the most populous. Apparently, JB Moturi and Lenny Kivuti have been rivals for all the years because they've come from different tribes, different clans. This time they have come together. And they come from the same ward, actually almost the same village with Mbeere. And now they are supporting a candidate who is from another ward. Yes, you get?
Okay.
Right.
You see now? So what Mbeere is doing now, Mbeere is taking advantage of the sympathy that one, he has been kicked out of DCP, where Gachagua came all the way to campaign for him. He is taking also advantage of the fact that he is from Evurori, but JB and Lenny have thrown him away. So he is telling the people, oh, you guys, look, I'm one of your own, but the people who are supposed to hold my hand have already gone another place. DCP has already come here campaigning, saying I'm the best guy. All of a sudden, they have released me. I'll tell you what.
Which is where I was.
Yes.
I was at that point where DCP had a preferred candidate in the name of Daniel Mbeere.
Yeah.
Even the DCP leadership has gone to start campaigning and preparing the ground for Daniel Mbeere. At what point did they decide, let us abandon Mbeere, who comes from a very populous, ward, and support the DP's candidate, who comes from another ward?
Yes.
And also, how come Mbeere did not go to DP in the first place? I mean, Justin is from this ward.
Yes.
Mbeere is from this ward. Why didn't he go to DP in the first place?
You need to appreciate Mbeere for one. Before you come even to Gachagua or JB, you need to appreciate Mbeere for one thing. He's a second-term MCA, independent, elected twice as an independent candidate. So he has one time been thrown away by UDA. He went independent, akawabwaga.
In this ward?
Yeah, Evurori.
What?
Last election, he had 8,000 votes. So why Gachagua, Gachagua keeps telling people he's not learning. Gachagua has a degree in political science. It has to remind you. So he looked at this thing and so I better not even have a candidate and lose than to have a candidate and lose at that point. I will tell you this. Mbeere has now come to CCK, the Moses Kuria position. What it means, if by any chance Mbeere wins this position, Gachagua will have trouble in Mount Kenya because one thing will come out that Moses Kuria is politically intelligent. He even did the same thing in a by-election in Juja, if you remember, with Koimburi. And he won. So if by any chance Mbeere wins this position in Mbeere North under CCK, it will prove that JB, Lenny, Gachagua, United Opposition have no solid ground in Mount Kenya. Now, let me bring... Sorry?
I'm wondering, is Mbeere North representative of Mount Kenya?
Let me tell you this. It may not be representative of Mount Kenya. However, it has a point to prove. Because you remember the battles of DP Kindiki and Gachagua about Mount Kenya East, Mount Kenya, Murima, and all that. Any of them who wins, it is a confirmation, is a litmus test to say, I'm the one with this ground.
So if both lose, none of them is the kingpin. Moses Kuria becomes the
kingpin.
And President Ruto maybe by extension.
Then,
let's take a break.
We'll take a short break.
We're getting to understand the politics. It's just all politics is local.
Yes.
And this local politics is now playing out at the national stage.
Exactly.
It's the politics of Mbeere North, where a by-election is coming up. What date is it again?
27th.
Yes. And the three main contenders here are UDA's Leonard Muriuki, Democratic Party, who's the United Opposition candidate, Newton Karish, and then Daniel Mbeere, who is from Chama cha Kazi, Moses Kuria's party. Bosco Kiura, political analyst and governance expert, who comes from Embu, but plies his trade in Nairobi. He's our guest, and we'll be looking at this shortly as we continue. Back in a moment.
Tunangoja yako sasa.
Yes.
Bosco, will you also send us one?
Sure.
Fantastic. Yes.
Bosco Mutegi is a political analyst from Embu. We're looking at this by-election that's going to be happening in Mbeere North. Yes, so it's appearing, it's local politics, but also it has serious dynamics at the national level. The ruling party, UDA, has a candidate, Leonard Muriuki, and they have said, you, DP Kithure Kindiki, you're leading that campaign. Right? Lead the charge in that. Then we have the United Opposition, which has a Democratic Party candidate, Newton Karish. Newton Karish is a famous musician. And many other songs.
Yes.
So he's big, and he's in the DP ticket. And this is the United Opposition. Initially, DCP had a candidate called Daniel Mbeere. DCP is the Chama ya Masikio. Rigathi Gachagua's party. Walikuwa meka masikio kwa ground. Then decide, let's all agree as the opposition to have one candidate. And they did not pick Mbeere. They picked Newton Karish. Mbeere felt jilted. He crossed over and said, opposition nini. He went to another new party, not a new party, but another party called Chama cha Kazi. This is led by Moses Kuria. And those are these are three. Is it a 3-horse race from where you sit? Or is it a 2-donkey, 1-horse?
Actually,
2 horse, 1 donkey.
3 donkeys.
Actually, I want to say this before I even answer that. Can I assure you, it will be like what Moses Wetangula wanted. It will be messy. It will have casualties. Whichever way it goes, it will have very many casualties from the national, county, and the local level. How? First of all, you asked whether there are 3 races. By the way, there's a unique case. Jubilee candidate have just, I saw Pauline Njoroge, I think she's a deputy something in the party.
Deputy organizer.
And she said they are not fronting any candidate. Do you know who was their candidate? There's a person with able differently, a deaf person. He's called Jacob Ireri. He's a philanthropist. He has been helping people. He runs an organization. So now look at this. Mbeere and the rest, they are taking advantage of accusing opposition. You people, you jilted, you threw away Mbeere. Now you have also done the same thing. Umefanyia huyu Jubilee ile kitu. So now they are being accused that what they speak is not what they are practicing on the ground. Because the opposition has been saying they are fair, transparent, non-corrupt, and all that. But all of a sudden, they have thrown away Mbeere and now this Jubilee candidate. Now look at this.
How did they land? You still have to answer that question.
How did they?
How did they land on this one candidate?
That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
Was it a nomination?
No, it was a proclamation.
A proclamation.
Yes, as we always say. They said that why they came to this. Because Lenny Kivuti wants to be governor in 2027. And they want to manage Karish, not to vie in 2027. So the only way they can manage him as a senator. So he has already been campaigning before even the Mbeere North by-election came up as a senator all over. So now the only way to manage him is to make sure he wins the Mbeere North constituency seat so that it doesn't complicate the arithmetics of Lenny Kivuti.
That doesn't stop him from vying a senator in 2 years.
But more or less, you see, if you have already acquired something, you might not be convinced not to come to the other one because they come from the same constituency with Leni Kivuti.
I see.
So if Leni runs for governor and they are governor senator from the same ward, the same sub-county, it will complicate his mathematics. And Cicely Mbeere, being involved in Abu Force, she will come and sweep this one. Now what happened? You know, someone called Mukonji. Gitonga Mukonji has been the one selling the party and campaigning for Mbeere in Embu County. With the Gachagua, even they came on the ground. Now Gachagua was very careful. And he wants to be governor as well. It is said. Hey, we go complicated.
Hey, mambo ni mengi.
Okay. So now, while I was trying to explain something, Gachagua was very careful. And even moving forward, Gachagua must be very careful. If he comes to campaign for one candidate, whoever it is, that is now, for example, Newton Karish, he has already rattled Gitonga Mukonji, who has an interest for governorship, and he has also rattled maybe Leo supporters. And also, Mbeere, as the chairperson of UDA, she is going to be extremely careful. Because remember, I told you she got only 6,000 votes. So if she comes to campaign for any of the other two, that is Mbeere or Karish, she complicates her mathematics in 2027 because she needs the votes of this supporter.
Campaign for these other two.
But she could, no.
Bosco, UDA. Cicely Mbeere is the national chairperson of UDA.
Correct.
It would be completely absurd for her to come and campaign for any other candidate but the UDA candidate.
Right.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying if she comes and campaign for Leo, the UDA candidate, does she not want the supporters of the other two candidates in 2027?
She does. I'm looking at the math.
Yes.
The Mbeere supporters are look, not necessarily, but from a numbers perspective, 28,000 in his ward.
Yes.
So that would be the one that she would go for if she wasn't UDA chairperson.
Yes.
But she is. So hapo ni kama...
Actually, she came for one meeting sometimes last week. And to be sincere, her ground has not been very good in the county at the moment. I can openly say that because it's open secret. And her as a chair, let me bring these people who are supporting Leo to perspective. Leo is being supported by Mbeere as a chair of the UDA, supported by Roko. Roko's influence. Roko's influence has a big stake on whether Leo will win or not. Now also Kithure Kindiki is still in the arithmetic supporting the same Leo. President William Ruto, of course, by extension. And all the other parties, to give you an example, former MP in Chagagua still supporting Leo. Former Speaker of County Assembly, Dhiriku, the current Speaker of County Assembly, Dhiriku, is supporting Leo. Former County Assembly Speaker, Kariuki Mate, is still supporting Leo. There's another candidate, former aspirant called Makendo, who in 2022, still supporting Rio. There's another guy who works for the county also, who was vying for this position, called Mbongo, supporting Leo. There's an MCA.
These ones have openly declared.
Yes, the 7 candidates who are with UDA, instead of going for nomination, they came to consensus. So now, when all these people are supporting Leo, the big players, I told you the big player now also have to be careful on who they support and who they don't. Because Mukonji has already declared support for Mbeere. Even now. No, even now.
Even after the United
Even as he went to CCK, he's still supporting him. That's what he said recently.
Okay.
So that's complicated the arithmetic for Gachagua because Gachagua needs an entry in Embu. And the only person he is putting as an entry to help him in the entry is Gitonga Mukonji. But he still needs the vote for JB, and he also needs the votes for Leni Kivuti. So something very unique here is happening. JB Muturi is pushing the agenda of Karish and the DP party because this was his position. He is being fought on the ground, people saying that he has been speaker, he has been a member of parliament. There are 3 dams that have been affecting Embu County. There are 3 dams that have been being fronted as projects of Embu County that will sort the mess of water crisis in Embu County, and specifically in his area. Why didn't he not sort that at that time? Secondly, people like Roku.
I don't buy that.
No, I'm not my case.
It's not your case, but I don't buy that narrative. Because just a short 3 years ago, the people of Mbeere North had no problem supporting a DP candidate being campaigned for by JB Muturi.
Yes.
They did not say we cannot support Geoffrey Roko because he's JB's person and JB has
JB
not done all these things when he was a speaker.
But politics, things change overnight. So what I'm saying, I agree with you. You have a valid point. But what I'm saying is, even in his own home where he lives, it's now the time the road is, there's a road called Kanyuambora, Movakari, which is passes near his home. It's now being tarmacked right now. And there's another one called Kanyambora going to all the way to Ishara and all that. So the locals are asking, you are bringing as a candidate called Karish, who himself is a 3-term member MCA, who has not been able even to put electricity in his own village. He uses solar. So why are you bringing all these people they were unable to do this when they're MCA, when you are National Speaker of Assembly. You are removing us from the government, taking us to opposition. Are you sure you are going to help us? Now,
Bosco, sorry, I have to distract you just a little bit because I'm thinking, all these things aside, from a development perspective, these three candidates, how do they line up against each other? Clans aside, parties aside, and I know that's not usually how we do things in Kenya, but let's attempt.
It is what it is.
Let's attempt.
Yes.
How do Leonard and Boy and Karish match up against each other from a development perspective?
From a development perspective?
Yes.
In
has
my
Karish
opinion,
ever served, by the way?
Pardon?
Karish, has he served?
Yeah,
as an MCA.
He's an MCA 3 terms. This is the third term.
Third term.
Yes. But what I'm saying in terms of development. Sorry.
Go on.
Okay. In terms of development, let's start with Karish. Karish has been elected thrice, but you look at his ward, he only has 9,000 votes and always elected a maximum of 3,000 votes. So, and also look at Mbowe, in his 28,000 votes, last election he got 8,000 votes. So even if we made an assumption that they still maintain their votes as they are, so clanism aside, everything aside, look at now what they are. If every sub-county, every ward stands with their own, Mbowe has an advantage over all the others. However, Leo, he was vying as a governor, and now he has the support of Honorable Roko and all this government and all that. I will tell you this. All the three candidates have equal chances of getting this position. But depends on the behavior of the bigger players when it gets to the election. There's a saying in our place that we say, when you see a tortoise on top of a tree, just know there's someone who put it there. So how this, whether they are tortoise or not, how they will be put down or how they maneuver is another story altogether.
Wait, nataka kusikia their track records. Karish,
that's where I'm going.
Hiyo barabara yake bado.
The place in Karish is placed in Momenje. There are roads which are extremely impassable. And also
na solar. Solar ilikuwa Karish ama ilikuwa?
Solar ni Karish kwake nyumbani. Hakuna stima. So people are asking, he has unable to influence member of parliament or whichever way to bring electricity, at least to near his home. That's an issue. So now when it comes to Leo, Leo is seen as a young person, is polite, fresh, and you know all that. Being supported by government and UDA and all that. I want to say that the truth of the matter is because of the challenges that the government has been experiencing here and there, the ground is not very good on the ground for UDA. So it's
a hard sell.
It's a hard sell. However,
Pause before you bring the however. We have a call on the line. Sami calling in from Nairobi wants to contribute to this conversation. Sami, thank you for calling in. Good morning.
Good morning, Latif. My name is Sami Njiro from Mbeere North, where the by-election is going to be happening in the next few days. I carefully listened to my brother analyzing a few things around Mbeere North. And I would want to make a clarification. Well, I come from where Mbowe comes from. The ward with 28,000 voters. It is an assumption that my brother is creating there that because Mbowe comes from where the majority are, that he's going to get the majority. That's a lie. The reason the opposition ended up with Karish is because there was a poll conducted that gave Karish an upper hand on other or above other candidates that were involved in the polling. So when he sits there and indicates that one of the reasons Mbeere is going to be leading is because he comes from the majority, I mean the ward with the majority people, or the most popular ward, is a lie. Number two, he talks about JB having been the Speaker of the National Assembly for the last many years. There is no connection between the speakership then and the by-election today. Because
Really?
JB was not supposed to come and build dams for Mbeere North. He was a national leader. Well, there could be canvassing for one to do a project from where he comes from, or where he comes from. But that doesn't connect with the ground. It is known. It is a known matter that the dams were supposed to be done by the national government. In fact, it is Rene Kifuti who did the survey work free of charge at the county level for that dam that is just next to where Kifuti and JB come from.
Sammy,
So
let
when
me
he
ask
lies
you.
that, yeah?
Let me ask you. You're saying, because the question I've been trying to drill onto is how the united opposition picked their candidate.
Yes.
You have mentioned a poll.
Yes.
When was this poll conducted, and who were the other candidates being surveyed?
Well, it was not being done for the public utilization. It was for the opposition to know who would they end up with as their candidate, and that is why you saw.
So how was it conducted? Did the opposition team have several names and go to the people with?
Yes. Yes.
How many names were there?
Including my name.
Oh, you were also a candidate?
Yes. I was intending to learn. So they put out several names out there.
But Sammy is PA to JB Muturi. Why is he not saying that?
Yeah, that's true. That's why
You are the official PA to JB Muturi. Just, you are biased. That's the fact.
No, I'm not. I am not. For your information, Boy is my own person. It is known. I actually was the one from.
There's nothing wrong with him
that.
being the PA to JB Muturi.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with me being a PA. I was going to learn. So this gentleman sits there and there was a lot of inconsistencies around how we ended up there.
So
for your information.
So then, Sammy.
And even Kariz himself. Okay?
So Sammy.
So yes.
So the opposition decided to go for Newton Karish as the candidate, right? And you're saying what is going to inform the voter is not necessarily the clanism, it is something else. So what else is this that people are going to use to vote?
Yes.
Number one, the government is not popular at all in Mbeere North. That's a fact. Number two, you cannot wish away any support from JB and Lenny Kifuti to any candidate in Mbeere North. That is wishing away a win for them. I mean, that's a fact. We are in this game for a while. Number three, remember, the people who supported Loco as a candidate of the Democratic Party are still intact. They feel betrayed because this is someone who never went back to them to tell them, I'm going not to be a member of parliament, I'm going to take a CS position. He never did that. We gave him the position willingly. Then how did he decide to become a CS without coming back to us?
Okay.
That's number one. Then the betrayal part.
So that's the bitterness.
It's not bitterness, bro. It's not bitterness. Why would I be bitter?
It is vertical ground.
If DP won, if you gave Roko the position as DP and you are saying he's solid his ground, then all the ground is taking that ground to Leo. That's what you're saying.
This you can take to the bank, bro. It is not about Roko anymore. It is about Democratic Party and their candidate. Simple as that. And that is the reason.
So the popularity is on the party, not the person.
It's not about Roko anymore now. And if truly they were genuine with what they are doing as campaigning, why are they worried? Why are they trying to buy every candidate?
The same way you are worried, that's why you called. The same way you're worried. That's why you call to clarify non-issues, because you people are losing that seat to whichever any other candidate, and I'm not biased to any candidate. In fact, I don't know them.
I'm also not biased for you.
But you are. Why did you call? You appear to Muturi. You're calling to clarify how you are supporting Roko. You were saying Roko is popular. If Roko is popular, then Leo will win.
Bosco,
relax.
Is there anything wrong with him calling?
Demands
To contribute to a conversation.
I know there's no wrong.
Okay, so let's
But
continue.
he's saying I'm lying. He's casting aspersions on me on air. I have to clarify.
Okay.
You call me bro. Some maybe know you, so relax. Some maybe know you never pick calls of people from Mbeere North all these years. So don't get excited right now over this position. You are going to lose this position fair and squarely to either the government or Mbowe. Take that to the bank if there's any bank.
Sammy,
I can bet with you.
Sammy,
You don't need to bet.
Quick question.
Calm down,
You lose.
Calm down.
Sammy,
Calm down.
just before
Calm
we let you
down.
go, Sammy. Just before we let you
Calm
go,
down.
I want to
Just
ask
calm down.
one question, Sammy, before we let you go. The aspersions you were casting, you said, you know what, Mbowe is not guaranteed votes just because he comes from the most populous wards. And to be fair, that's you had, I think Bosco had said more or less the same, that no one is guaranteed anything just because of their ward. Also, you've clarified on a few other things. But when you think of, if you're trying to really truly be objective and you're thinking of Mbeere North politics, what will be the deciding factor for this election?
There are several factors. Number one is the government is not popular. That's one factor. Number two, clanism is key in Mbeere. That's a straightforward factor. Number three, people, when you see majority of the government officers campaigning for a candidate, it's something to worry the public, knowing that the government is not popular. Now, number four, the fact that you keep handling lies of this will be done, that will be done, that was not done because of so and so. I mean, people are not foolish anymore. They can see the truth and they know the truth. So, like, I'll give you an example. If you go today to a place called Mudantara, you cannot market Kalis there or Mbowe. It's a Mudende zone. If you go to Ndawa where Mudende comes from, he has an upper hand. But if you go to Momeje today where Kalis comes from, he has an upper hand. Now, the contestation will be between the three candidates in Mbeere where we have the most number of votes. Now, this is where the battleground is. And that is where the two gentlemen, the so-called Lenny and JB, come from. So you must look at things, I think objectively. I am not biased. All those candidates are my people. For your information, all those candidates are my people. I talk to them on a daily basis. And I was going to be one of the candidates anyway.
Yeah.
But you couldn't win, Sammy.
Is one of them more your...
It's a judgment, bro. You are beautiful in knowing who could win and who could not win. I am not arguing because of that. I am arguing because of what is called
Sammy, you've said all these candidates are your bros, they're your friends. Is any of them more than the other?
For your information, from the beginning of this arrangement of who could learn in Mbeere North when local science, Mbowe would be my candidate. Would have been my candidate then. But unfortunately, politics is not a wish of a friend. It's about the numbers. Okay?
So you're campaigning for Mbowe?
Yeah?
You're campaigning for Mbowe now?
Well, by the way, let me tell you, in my thinking, the best candidate to win, if Muvende wins, becomes my member of parliament. If Mbowe wins, becomes my member of parliament. And they know, I am not biased at all.
Any of them will be your next MP.
Yes, any of them will be my member of parliament.
Sammy, thank you.
That doesn't mean I do not have an opinion on who can win, okay?
Of course. And you're a voter. Thank you very much, Sammy, for your call.
Yes.
Thanks, Sammy.
Let me say something. The guilty are always afraid.
Guilty of what?
Guilty of...
Can I finish my statement?
Okay.
Why would Sammy, PA to JB, be excited to call and clarify and cast aspersions that I'm lying? If I'm lying on the things that I said, why did he say 1, 2, 3? But saying at that gentleman, anyway, that's That's our home issues, maybe. So the thing is,
Bosco.
Yes.
Yes, those are your home issues.
Yes, yes.
But even as he was calling to clarify,
Yes.
I actually take it as, you know, his choice of words.
Yeah.
But he was saying that your interpretation is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not saying
that's-
I'm lying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's my opinion.
That's the choice of words,
Maybe
maybe.
that
Maybe
would be
the
the
translation from Mbeere to
yeah. I have a problem with
what
that.
I
yeah.
understood it is
And I'm not even Mbeere, I'm
your interpretation of the situation on the ground is wrong, is misinformed.
Yeah.
By saying that because Mbowe comes from a constituency that's most populous, then he stands a chance, and also because he has gone into that seat twice, elected as an independent candidate, he stands a chance. He's coming to dispute that, to discount that and say that will not matter in this particular election.
Yes.
However, you can see the sense of how it matters. If somebody has actually been so popular to be elected as an MCA in this particular ward, and it doesn't matter the party, whether it's UDA, whether it's ODM, whether
he has
it's
a ground.
It didn't matter. So it means that he actually has
a solid ground,
some solid ground by himself.
Right.
Newton Karish has also been elected twice.
Thrice actually.
Thrice as an MCA.
Yes.
He also has solid ground.
Yes.
Leonard Muriuki.
Vied as a governor.
He has vied as governor in 2017.
Yes.
He has played the ground politics.
Yes.
These are three strong contenders for this.
And also,
we'll be watching.
Let me say this. Actually, I said we have no favorite candidate there. So what I'm saying is, Leonard Muriuki is actually that seat, if you ask me, could go to either Leonard or Mbowe. Not even Karish, or the way he is presenting it. How? Leonard is being supported by he has support of the government, he has support of the chairperson. Jagagua being an incumbent, and Jagagua lost the position with 600 votes from Roku. So as he is saying, Jagagua has a ground. So assuming Leonard gets all the ground of Jagagua, all the ground of the Speaker Diriko, influence, but first of all, Mbeere North are people who don't want to lose the CS position of Roku. So they want to. The influence of Roku also matters a lot in this.
It
plays a big role.
Bosco
now the deputy president,
political analyst and governance expert, has been our guest for this conversation. You can see Mbeere North is not just at local politics.
Yes.
It's been
heated.
It's heated. In the next hour, we talk to the Kenyan managing director and CEO.
Right.
We want to understand what Kenyan has been doing. Well, in Kenya, we also know that they've gone outside of the borders of Kenya.
Right.
He'll tell us about that and what they've been doing. It's 8 a.m. Good morning.
Thank you, Bosco.
Thank you.